In the heart of a secret forest, nestled among the towering trees and sparkling streams, lay a magical land known as Helm's Peak. This mystical realm was blessed with a tranquility that was unparalleled and was home to a wondrous assortment of enchanting creatures. Among them was a small but radiant fairy by the name of Fann. Fann had been born into an ancient and proud family of fairies, tiny beings who helped create the land and build Helm's Peak into the magical place it had become today. From a young age, Fann had been captivated by the wonders of her native land. Helm's Peak itself seemed to be alive, whispering secrets to those who would listen. Fann spent her days exploring the forest, her delicate wings carrying her effortlessly through the lush foliage and dancing sunlight. As she grew older, Fann's affinity for magic became apparent. She possessed an extraordinary talent for harnessing the natural energies that permeated Helm's Peak. Her wings shimmered with a rainbow of colors, reflecting the magic that flowed through her very being. Fann's parents, Eldrin and Lysa, recognized their daughter's remarkable abilities and decided it was time for her to undergo formal training in the fine art of magic. They sought out the guidance of the wise and ancient elder, Elara, who had dedicated her life to nurturing the talents of young fairies. Elara was a revered figure, known for her wisdom, patience, and deep understanding of the mystical arts. She had dedicated her life to nurturing and training young fairies, guiding them on their journey to harness their magical abilities. Her reputation spread far and wide, and Eldrin and Lysa considered themselves fortunate to have found her. In appearance, Elara embodied the timeless beauty and grace often associated with ancient beings. She had a regal stature and moved with a fluid elegance, her every motion seeming to carry a touch of magic. Her long flowing hair cascaded in waves of silver that shimmered like moonlight, and framed a face that seemed untouched by time. Elara's eyes were a mesmerizing shade of deep violet, sparkling with both wisdom and warmth. They held a depth that seemed to see into the very essence of those who stood before her, understanding their struggles, hopes, and dreams. Her gaze had a calming effect, offering reassurance and instilling a sense of trust in those who sought her guidance. Elara's voice, when she spoke, carried a melodic quality that captivated all who heard it. Her words were chosen carefully, each syllable carrying the weight of her wisdom and experience. She had a gentle yet firm demeanor, guiding her students with patience and encouragement, instilling in them a sense of self-belief and the importance of using magic responsibly. Under Elara's tutelage, Fann would embark on a transformative journey, honing her innate magical talents and learning the intricacies of spellcasting, potion brewing, and enchantments. Elara's presence and guidance would play a pivotal role in shaping Fann into a skilled and responsible fairy, ready to embrace her destiny in the magical realm. Fann eagerly absorbed each lesson, her heart brimming with a profound connection to the inner magic of Helm's Peak. One day, while Fann was exploring a hidden glade, she stumbled upon a wounded unicorn. The majestic creature had been ensnared by a dark enchantment, rendering it weak and unable to break free. As it laid on the ground, Fann's compassionate heart swelled with sorrow. She knew she had to help the poor creature and do it as soon as possible. Fann told the unicorn that she was there to help, and asked what its name was. The poor animal slowly lifted its head and responded, in a very weak voice, that her name was Silvara. Drawing upon her knowledge of healing spells, Fann gently touched the base of Silvara's horn, channeling her magic into the unicorn's body. The air shimmered with dancing lights as Fann's magic wove its way through Silvara's very being. Fann knew she was fighting a powerful magic, and used everything she knew in order to conquer it. After almost an hour of fighting back and forth, it slowly started lifting the dark curse that bound the unicorn so tightly. As the dark enchantment finally shattered, the light returned to Silvara's eyes. Silvara said her thanks as she slowly struggled to her feet, her energy returning to her strong body once again. The unicorn's silky mane sparkled in the sunlight as she pranced around the glade, her happiness restored. Silvara walked over to Fann and lowered her head. Fann, overcome with emotion, embraced the unicorn tightly. News of Fann's miraculous work of healing spread throughout Helm's Peak, reaching even the ears of the land's ruler, King Oberon. Intrigued by the fairy's extraordinary powers, he summoned Fann to his grand palace. King Oberon was a figure of great authority and power in the realm of Helm's Peak. He ruled with a combination of wisdom, strength, and a deep appreciation for the magical forces that permeated his land. As news of Fann's healing abilities reached him, he became intrigued and eager to witness her extraordinary powers firsthand. The grand palace of King Oberon stood atop a hill, overlooking all of Helm's Peak. It was a magnificent structure that spoke of both opulence and history. The palace was built from white marble, gleaming in the sunlight, with intricate carvings adorning its facade. Elaborate columns supported the majestic archways, and stained glass windows allowed colorful beams of light to filter into its halls. Approaching the palace, Fann marveled at the beautifully manicured gardens that adorned the palace grounds. Fragrant flowers of vibrant hues and meticulously trimmed hedges created a picturesque landscape. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooms, and small fountains provided a soothing soundtrack as water trickled down their ornate sculptures. Upon entering the palace, Fann found herself in a grand foyer, adorned with magnificent tapestries depicting scenes from ancient myths and legends. The floor beneath her feet were polished to a mirror-like shine, reflecting the grandeur of the surroundings. Golden chandeliers hung from the high ceilings, casting a warm glow throughout the hall. King Oberon was a commanding figure, exuding regal authority. He was tall and broad-shouldered, with a flowing beard and a crown of leaves. His piercing blue eyes held a keen intelligence and an air of command. He wore regal robes of deep green and gold, signifying his connection to the land and the magical forces that governed it. With a mix of trepidation and excitement, Fann stood before the wise king, her wings shimmering nervously. King Oberon regarded her with kind eyes. He spoke with a voice that carried the weight of wisdom accumulated over centuries. "Fann," he said, "your deeds have shown great courage and compassion. Your talents are a gift to Helm's Peak, and I believe it is time for you to take on a greater role in our realm." The king entrusted Fann with a sacred task, to become the protector of Helm's Peak, the guardian of its magic and harmony. He gifted her with a tiny sparkling staff, adorned with the symbol of the realm, and a little crown made of moonstone, representing her newfound responsibility. From that day forward, Fann dedicated herself to safeguarding the wonders of Helm's Peak. She used her powers to heal the forest and its creatures, to calm raging storms, and to restore balance wherever it was disrupted. Her wings shimmered with a newfound radiance, a testament to her unwavering commitment. As the years passed, Fann's name became legendary throughout Helm's Peak. She had become a symbol of hope, a beacon of light in times of darkness. Fairies and creatures from all corners of the realm sought her guidance and protection, knowing that she would never falter in her duty. But amidst her selfless service, Fann never forgot the joy and wonder she felt in her childhood explorations of Helm's Peak. She would often seek out moments of solitude, allowing herself to dance in the moonlight and feel the soft breeze against her face, reconnecting with the magic that had first awakened her spirit. And so, Fann, the fairy of Helm's Peak, continued to weave her own story of magic and enchantment, an enduring testament to the beauty and power that resided in her realm.